From KGW, this is Friday Night Flights with Orlando Sanchez, sponsored by Carl's Jr.
What is good, everyone? My name is Orlando, and this is Friday Night Flights. The season has all led up to this point. We are down to just the contenders in the 6A ranks. That means just 8 teams left, the quarterfinals, and a powerhouse main event. Top-seeded Lake Oswego hosting Jesuit. A spot in the semifinals on the line. This was big-time Oregon football. Atmosphere on another level. So much juice. I'm talking push-ups and backflips on the sidelines. Sky 8, help me out. Jacob Hutchinson to Jace Burton. Get used to hearing those names because they're just sophomores. Third quarter, Lakers turn. Jack Lane. Oh, to Zach Jarrett. What's poppin'? LO on top 35-28. That's when Jesuit went to work. Steady dose of ground and pound. Michael Rincon, it is time to eat. Dude hit the buffet, scoring 5 touchdowns in the second half. The Crusader offensive line and Rincon delivered in one of the biggest games of their careers. Both teams combined for more than 100 points. In the end, the Crusaders are victorious. Jesuit wins an instant classic, 56-49. They'll get the winner of Sherwood and Central Catholic. The Bowmen looking for a third straight road win in these playoffs. The Rams had their sights set on getting one step closer to back-to-back championships. It is game time. The Rams, they weren't messing around, and this is how you set the tone. Opening kickoff, let's give the spotlight to Timmy Mitchell. Tries to hide from us, but you can't. 80 yards to make it 7-0. Let's check in with Jacob Hardiman. He was feeling left out, so we give him the rock, makes it 14-0. But Sherwood strikes back. Bjorn Bergstrom hits a bullseye to his main man. The pass to Cody Hall, good for 65 yards, puts Sherwood on the board. But Central Catholic could match them big play for big play. Crew Newman finds Strider Todd Fields. Nobody's getting to him. 50 yards and the TD. Central Catholic gets a 63-21 victory. They are on to the semifinals. Who can forget this nail-biter in Week 6? Westland edging Lake Ridge by a single point on a touchdown with 22 seconds left. We get a playoff rematch with a spot in the semifinals on the line. Sky 8 giving us a beautiful view of Pioneer Stadium in Oregon City. You know the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire? Well, the offenses provided fireworks early. First quarter, Earl Engel, get your roll on, finds Mark Hamper for the score. And big reason to celebrate, it's Westland 7-0. So to answer, Lake Ridge turns to their main man, Jack Reichel, in the second quarter, and 10 yards, he's in for 7. The two defenses simply took over. We would be scoreless the rest of the game until we got to overtime, and it all comes down to the leg of Gage Herrick from 21 yards out to win it. Oh, no doubt about it. Westland escapes with a 10-7 win in overtime. Head coach Chris Miller celebrating with his team after the dub. A minute, let's go! Yeah!
You see how jovial our guys are. You know what? It was kind of fun winning a game like that. That's a 10-7 grinder, kind of a character builder rather than something comfortable, 35-14.
What a big-time win. They'll face the winner of this game, TUALATIN hosting Summit out of Bend. Sky 8, overhead for this one. The teams with only 3 losses between them. So let's roll to TUALATIN. The Timberwolves, all about that action. We pick it up in the first quarter. Home team in business. Jackson Jones fires to Cole Pruja, laying out for the rock. And they would cash in on the very next play. Noah Ogley shaking, baking through a crowd. Just like that, 6 nada. And they weren't done. And you know it's not a TUALATIN highlight without Malik Ross. Say no more. We're pulling out all the stops in this game as well. 1 play, 2 angles. Jones hits Peter Burke in stride. They're regulars on the show, by the way. They've got more action. TUALATIN is on to the semifinals, 42-13, your final. We are down to the 5A semifinals and a matchup of league rivals. West Albany and Silverton meeting up for the second time in less than a month. So let's roll to McMinnville. This a neutral site game, but the fans didn't care. They were jacked. Silverton's offense rolling. Jordan McCarty to Austin Ratliff. 29-yard scoring strike. Foxes on top 10-0 in the second quarter. West Albany responds. Michael Kale back on flights and into the corner for DeMarcus Houston. Nice grab. Bulldogs pull to within 3. From there on, though, it was all Silverton. We're still in the second quarter, folks, and it's McCarty, Ratliff, those two at it again. This time, 72 yards. A big play. McCarty had 272 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and they were all to Ratliff. The Silverton defense savage. They forced 4 turnovers, including a pick 6 by Vanden Fessler. The Foxes leave no doubt. 44-14 your final. They're on to the championship game. To the other semifinal. The Wilsonville Wildcats taking on the team that's knocked them out the last 2 playoffs. The 2-time defending champs, Thurston. We need a good song reference here. Producer Craig, help us out. Bark at the moon. The Thurston offense rocking. Bryson Lindell up the gut, sheds tackles for a score. Then Gavin Knights puts on the Jets, and he gone. All gas, no brakes. Thurston on top 14-0. Wilsonville, the top seed, they weren't going away. Chase Hicks across the middle. Lucky bounce, oh my, Jack Johnson. Right place, right time. That kept it close, but Thurston, just too much. For the 3rd straight playoffs, Wilsonville's season ends with a loss to Thurston. 34-14 the final score. Thurston and Silverton will play for the state title on Saturday. So the 5A finals are set, and for us, that means our season of Friday Night Flights has come to a close. We'll still have highlights the rest of the way, and do not worry, we've got much more to come. Oh, there's that music. Oh, Friday Night Hoops is back. Our 4th season tips off Friday, January 7th, right here on KGW News at 11. It's the only game in town for high school basketball highlights, plus Blazers and college ball. We will see you right after the new year. Let's go.